there is friend A, there is friend B. So we have specified the number of players. Then the game has also specified what are the action profiles which you can take. And then the game has also specified what are the payoffs of all of these actions. That is, supposedly, I go to the choice of a concert, which is your preference. I am player one. So I'll be getting payoff one. And supposedly, you go to the concert of your choice, you will be getting higher. So you and I mean, we just throw a coin, and if both of us get heads, or if both of us get tail, right? Then what is going to happen is that you will be paying me $1. You will be paying me $1. So you will lose and I will win, right? And supposedly, if I get heads and you get tails, what is a strategic form game? So any strategic form game will have a set of players. It will also have what these players are going to do, what actions they are going to take, and what is the payoff which they are going to get from taking up the certain actions. For example, the set of players could be in the election game, number of candidates, number of political candidates, right? So political candidates is the number of players which they have, or a set of player, candidate A and candidate B, candidates. For each player, I mean, what actions they can take is the expenditure which they are making maybe on their political campaign. So expenditure, that is what their actions is. So if they make more expenditure, uh, their chances of winning is more. For each player, preference over the set of action profiles. So it could be whether they win or lose the election, right? So the probability of winning the election. So if they are going to make more expenditure, there is higher probability that they can win the expenditure. Probability of winning uh, the political campaign, right? So any particular game, it has to specify who are the players, what actions they can take, and what are the payoffs for each action which they are taking. Now, one thing you have to understand is that there is no time in this model. So time is absent from the model. Is right somewhere. Time is absent from the model. Time is absent from the model, right? So each player is taking up the actions once and for all, and they're choosing it simultaneously. But you have to understand that simultaneously would mean what? Simultaneously would mean what? So, for example, if you and I are two players, and if I'm taking one action, at that particular time, you don't know whether I'm taking that action. Or if you're taking any action at that particular time, I don't know whether you are taking that action. You with me? So that is what is meant by simultaneously choosing. So no player is informed. No player is informed when she chooses her action. When she chooses her action. Of the action chosen by any other player. Action chosen by any other player. One thing, right? So let us look at few examples now, right? Let us look at few examples now. So example one. So let us say that there are two friends, friend A and friend B. Friend A and friend B. So you can see the game is specifying who are the number of players or who are the players. And now what they are doing is that they have to work together on a project. So they have two choices. They can work hard or they can goof off. So these are the action profiles. So friend A can also work hard or goof off. Friend B can also work hard or goof off. Right? I mean, just lazy, you don't work properly. And so your game has specified who are the players. Game has also specified what are the actions which could be taken, right? And now game is also specifying what are going to be the payoffs. So supposedly if friend A and friend B, they both work hard, both of them are going to get the payoff of 3 comma 3. So friend A is also going to get 3, friend B is also going to get 3. If friend B is going to work hard and friend A is going to this guy, your goof off, then friend B is going to get 0 and friend A is going to get 2. Friend A is going to get 2. So friend B is working hard, but friend A goof off, right? So the person who is cheating, he generally gets a higher payoff, because supposedly if I am working and you are not working and we have submitted the project, then I will always think here, I have worked everything, but he's getting the mileage or he's getting everything for free. So I won't feel good, but you will feel very good, right? So I am friend B, you are friend A. You are getting 2 and I am getting 0. Similarly, if I goof off and you work hard, so I'll be very happy. I am friend B, I'm getting 2 and you are getting 0 because you have worked very hard on this project. And if both of us goof off, we will just get the pleasure of not working. That is it. But ultimately, the result, you and I, everyone knows. So you have to understand what the example is trying to tell you. We are not finding out equilibrium here right now. We are just trying to formulate the game. That is, we are just trying to say, okay, there is friend A, there is friend B. So we have specified the number of players. Then the game has also specified what are the action profiles which you can take. And then the game has also specified what are the payoffs of all of these actions. That is one thing, right? Then there is the another example which you can take up. There is the another example which you can take up. So, for example, we say that there is, yeah. So there are again two, one boyfriend and girlfriend, both friends, and they want to go to some kind of music concert. But I have my own preference, you have your own preference. So there is player one, or I would rather write player one here. This. So the game has specified who are the players, right? And I want to go to concert. So you also have the choice between going to concert B and concert S. I also have a choice of going to concert B and concert S. So you and I, we have been given, this particular game has shown what actions we can take. This particular game also has shown who are the number of players, right? So number of players, player one and player two, and the actions which both of us can take, right? And the point is that if you and I go together, it is going to give us some utility. So maybe I have the preference towards B, you have the preference towards S, like that. So I'll just write it somewhere. Your preference is towards S. My preference is towards B, right? But we also want to go together wherever you want. So naturally, if I'm going to go to concert B, I will get the higher utility. Although you don't like concert B, but your going along with me will give you some happiness. Because if supposedly if this happens that I go to concert B and you go to concert S, neither of us are going to get any utility then. So if we go to concert B, I will get the utility 2 because that is what my preference is. You are going to concert B, you will get a lower utility because this is not your preferred choice. And if you and I just go to our preferred preferences, then definitely we are not going to be fulfilling ourselves. We do not have any utility. So it is 0, 0. Agar, and this though doesn't work like that also, that if I go to your preference wala concert, you go to my preference wala concert, but we are going, we are not going together. That is not going to give us any utility, right? Supposedly I go to the choice of a concert which is your preference, I will be getting, I am player 1, so I'll be getting pay of 1. And supposedly you go to the concert of your choice, you will be getting higher. So here it is better to coordinate, right? uh, so please write, in this game they agree to cooperate, but they disagree about the best outcome. About the best outcome, right? But they disagree about the best outcome. So the another thing is going to be a totally conflicting game. That is this game. Example 3. Matching pennies. That is the game. So again, the game is going to specify who are the players, player 1 and player 2. So these are the two players. Player 1 and player 2, right? And you and I, we are playing a game of throwing a coin. And the choices, of course, could be what? I mean, either head comes or tail comes. Either head comes or tail comes. So we have specified who are the players. And we have also specified what are the choices which each player has. Right? We have also specified what are the choices which each player have. So for example, if you and I mean, we just throw a coin, and if both of us get heads or if both of us get tail, right? Then what is going to happen is that you will be paying me $1. You will be paying me $1. So you will lose and I will win, right? And supposedly if I get heads and you get tails, then I will be paying you $1. I will be losing. You with me? Okay. So supposedly I get head and you also get head, right? So how much player one is going to get? One. How much player two will be getting? -1, no? यही था ना बेटा? If you want to write, you can just write somewhere. If they both show the same side, right, player 2 pays player 1 $1, right? If they show different sides, player 1 pays player 2 $1. ठीक है? So player 1 gets head and player 2 gets tail. Now player 1 is going to lose. Player 1 gets -1 and player 2 gets 1. Player 1 gets tail and player 2 gets head. Again, player 1 is going to lose because it is different side. Player 1 is going to get -1. Player 2 is going to get 1. If player 1 gets tail and player 2 also gets tail, player 1 is going to win and player 2 is going to lose. Player 1 is going to win and player 2 is going to lose. You with me? Right? Okay. So these are different examples, right? Then the another example could be stag hunt. Stag hunt. So there are two players here, hunter 2 and hunter 1. So game has specified number of players, and if both hunters they focus only on catching a stag, so they will be getting the higher utility, right? But if anyone will defect, say for example, if I say, okay, why do I have to work with him? Because in that case, if the stag is going to get, if supposedly we catch stag, I'm hunter 1, you are hunter 2, and both of us are very focused on catching a stag. So what is going to happen is that that stag is going to be divided between us, one thing, but it is difficult to catch a stag. On the other hand, if I'm hunter 1 and I feel in my head, okay, let me just defect from what cooperation strategy which we have. Let me just think like this, that okay, fine, I will catch a hare. One, you cannot catch a stag without a cooperation. And if I get here, only I will be choosing it. Only I will be getting it. I won't be sort of uh, dividing it this with you. You getting this? Huh? So there is a stag. There is a hare. Here. आपको बात समझ में आई? So in very simple terms, you can just think like this: that stag is a big animal, right? Big, I think, male deer, right? And hare is a small animal. So here I can catch independently also, but it won't give me much utility, and neither it is going to be divided, right? So supposedly, so what game has done? Game has specified number of players. Game also has specified the actions which we can take. right? And now game is telling, supposedly you and I are very focused on finding out Stag. We will be getting the utility 2 to, although it's a big male deer, and we will be able to catch that. And that is going to be divided between us, and we will be getting the utility 2 to. Supposedly, I think, okay, let me defect. Let me just defect. Let him think that I'm catching a stag or I'm cooperating with him, but let me defect. I'll catch a hare. So one, when I'll catch a hare, I'll get a small animal. I'll get the utility of only one, and I do not have to share it with you. And you won't be able to catch a stag because it is not possible to catch a stag independently. Then, if I catch a stag and you defect, if I think that you are cooperating with me, but you defect, so I prefer stag, but I cannot catch it independently. So I will be getting utility 0, and you can catch here independently. You'll be getting a small animal which you do not have to share it with me. And suppose you and I focus our energy on just catching a hare. We can catch hare independently, doesn't matter. So while we also getting one, you will also be getting one. That's it. So there is no cooperation here, right? There is no cooperation here. Are you with me, all of you? Right? So in all of these examples, what is it that you have done is that you have tried to look at this definition which you have just written. So what a strategic game should be consisting of? It should be consisting of the number of players. I mean, who are the set of players? What actions they can take, each player, and each player, I mean, what payoffs they will be getting from that, right? Okay, so uh, I hope this was useful to you. Thank you very much.